Hello and welcome. Welcome to our super holiday extravaganza lesson. At least that's how I like to look at it, because this is a super fun lesson about the holidays that are coming up. So, again, welcome to our lesson. This is a beautiful afternoon, and I am here today to do a mix between a culture lesson and also um, vocabulary slash idiom lesson. So we're putting it all in one, and we're talking about one of my favorite holidays of the year. I super love Christmas, and the holidays around this time of year. It's December, everyone is joyful, there are lights outside everywhere, and my birthday is coming up too. So I love this time of year. So thank you again for joining. My name is Ioana. How are you guys doing today? Where are you writing from? Please let me know. And also, can you please right now tell me what is your favorite holiday? Midnight in Indonesia. Wow, you are up late. Thank you. Thank you for staying up with us. Afghanistan, Japan, India, Turkey, a beautiful community we have here. I am very thankful for you guys. And oh, thank you. Thank you for my birthday. Thank you, Lata. So, thank you guys for joining. And today we are talking about the holidays and about Christmas. Now, this lesson is, like I said, it's a mix between culture and vocabulary and idioms. So I think we could all share about our own cultures, and I can talk about Christmas and the holidays. And I love to hear about your own cultures. So please let me know in the comments what is your favorite holiday. If it's Christmas, if it's not, it doesn't matter. I really would like to know, so please write it in the comments. And also, if you are just joining, write down where you're from. It's really nice to see where everyone is coming from. So again, we have India, Brazil, Afghanistan. Christmas is coming. Oh, Durga Puja, very nice. So please write down what your favorite holiday is, and what you do for this holiday. Wonderful. So I'm going to start. One of my favorite holidays, if we're sharing, like I said, is Christmas, and everyone keeps talking about how magical this time of year is. And we say this for different reasons, because Christmas is a mix of so many different holidays, and it's changed throughout the years. Okay, so we have Diwali, Christmas. Yeah, it's many people like Christmas for so many reasons. So let me tell you a little bit about what Christmas, the definition kind of what it is today and how it got here. So Christmas originally is supposed to celebrate the birth of Christ, so it's a Christian holiday. However, I think it's also a cultural holiday, which means that many people who maybe are not Christian celebrate it every year. And I think throughout the world, more and more people celebrate Christmas regardless of their religious belief, simply because this time of year, a lot of people tend to get together with their families, and it's more than just a religious holiday. So if you celebrate Christmas, let me know. I'm very curious to see how many of us here celebrated. My favorite holiday is my birthday. Marcos, I understand. I love my birthday. I was telling Wes, my husband, that this year for my birthday, I want to have a birthday week, not a birthday day. So we'll see how that works. So I definitely understand. Yeah, so please write. Yes, Eid. We had a lot of students before who celebrated Eid. It's a lovely holiday from what I was told. It's so great to see how many different holidays we have. here. Okay, wonderful. So, like I said, Christmas it was supposed to celebrate the birth of Christ, but it kind of is a lot more than that, in the sense that over the years, the timing of it, which is at the end of the year, it coincided with all these other holidays. So all of these celebrations kind of got together in Christmas. So there was the winter solstice, the Yule, the Koleda, which is where the Christmas Carol custom came from. So there, the Christmas tree, I think, it's a whole other different tradition. So out of these different celebrations throughout the world, we have kind of appropriated Christmas. And we have things like decorations, and we have a tree, and we have carols and lights, and so many things that we do with Christmas. Um, so it's a so about so much more. Okay, so if you're just joining us, thank you so much for joining. Um, Oh my gosh, I'm making sarmale. Yes, I might. We'll see. We'll see. That's we'll try. We'll see if we can do that. That's a Romanian. It's a Romanian food, and it's delicious for the holidays. Okay, so why do I keep saying the holidays? Now, I really want to address this because when you are watching movies or when you are hearing things on the radio or in the news, many times people will refer to this time of the year as the holidays. Now, this is not a holiday that you take like if you go on vacation to the beach or something, or to uh, Greece or something like that. The holidays is a specific time of the year, and you see it a lot expressed, especially in the U.S. and Canada, because of the different holidays that are celebrated again this time of the year. So we don't just have Christmas; we have Hanukkah. There's New Year's. There's Kwanzaa, which is another holiday celebrated around this time of the year. So people started to try to be a little bit more inclusive, um, because maybe some people don't celebrate Christmas, but they still have the time off and they want to join with their families. So we just say the holidays. So you will see it interchangeable with Christmas. It's important because again, it doesn't mean a vacation. It just means this time of the year. Many people will ask, "What are you doing for the holidays? Are you going home for the holidays?" And they just mean this time of the year. And again, of course, you see happy holidays, which kind of encompasses all of them. It's a nice wish. So, again, if you guys are just joining, please write down what is your favorite holiday. My favorite holiday, I think it is Christmas, probably. If I were to choose, it would be Christmas. I love it. I love everything about it. I do decorations every year, and I love the food and the drinks and the lights and everything that is about Christmas. So if you guys have a favorite holiday and what you are doing for this holiday, please write it down. It's so much fun to share. Okay, so my next expression is a white Christmas. So if you ever hear about a white Christmas, it means a Christmas with snow. When there's snow on the ground, everything is covered in snow. There's a song about it, which I will not sing because my singing voice will scare most of you away, and I don't want that. I will not sing, so I'm just going to tell you about it. There's a song, and many people want a white Christmas, and other people try to stay as far away as possible from white Christmas. My question to you is: do you like snow this time of year? And if you celebrate Christmas, do you like a white Christmas, and why? Do you like the cold, or maybe do you just want to go somewhere on the beach? So please write that down. Thanksgiving, yeah, very nice. Carols, yeah, there's so many different ways to celebrate, and they're all fun. Thanksgiving is another really, really good one because of all the food. Okay, this is something that I think is very useful to know. Many people see this arrangement of flowers and they don't know what to call it. It's on our doors. People put it on their doors around this time of the year. It usually has things like flowers or leaves or stems or things like that. But we call it a wreath. Okay, it's a wreath. That is the name of it. So if you guys did not know, this is the name of it. They're very beautiful. I've seen so many wonderful wreaths, and they just make your house very, very festive, ready for the holidays. Very typical. Oh, wonderful! Lights and lantern on the wall is so nice. It's so great to hear about how what other people do on different holidays. It's really wonderful. So thank you guys for mentioning it. Right, so the Southern Hemisphere doesn't have a white Christmas, and I'm curious if they would like a white Christmas or if they're happy um, without it. Okay, now the holiday spirit. The holiday spirit. Um, we talk about the holiday spirit when we try to talk about the general feeling of the holidays. Gosh, you see it in movies, you hear it on TV. You practically cannot go into a store without listening to music around this time, and it's just supposedly it's a good feeling about the holidays. It's a warm feeling that you have. um, People tend to be more thankful. People tend to appreciate, hopefully, the people in their lives more. So we kind of get a little bit more cheery and happy, like this little snowman that I have here. So, for example, for me, I love buying Christmas gifts for my family and my friends. So, shopping for Christmas gifts puts me in the holiday spirit. It makes me very, very happy. So, if you guys are joining, please write down. Right now, we're talking about if you like snow this time of the year and if you like a white Christmas. So that's what I would really like to know. Personally, I love snow. I was born in the winter, so I think that it's the best time of the year, like I said, and I would love if there was snow. However, right now, it's a little bit of a warm winter where we are, so I don't think that we're probably going to get snow, sadly. But I would love if we had snow. Some people hate snow. My mother, for example, hates snow, so she's very happy that she doesn't have snow. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so actually, this is something that not a lot of people know. Even in the US, if you ask them holly and mistletoe, people will think it's the same plant, and they will kind of probably refer to the second plant right here. They will think that is holly or mistletoe, and they would think it's interchangeable, but it's not. These are two different Christmas plants, and mistletoe, I remember reading, became a symbol of Christmas because it's an evergreen plant and stays alive throughout all the seasons. So it was a very special plant. And holly, it just looks very, very festive. So mistletoe, I want to see if you guys know about the mistletoe. It has a special tradition, and you can definitely see it a lot in movies. They always talk about doing something under the mistletoe. Do you guys know what you are supposed to do if you are under a plant of mistletoe? Let's see, does anyone know? If you know, please write it down in the comments, and I will show you. Okay. So Mistletoe is actually associated with kissing. So if you're under the mistletoe, um, with someone, you should kiss them. So it has a romantic connotation. So if you are under mistletoe with somebody you love or you like, that's a really good time to let them know or to just kiss them. So a good expression you can tell someone is, meet me under the mistletoe. Um, so my question to you guys is, if you could kiss a famous person under the mistletoe, who would it be? If you could kiss a famous person under the mistletoe, who would it be? So think of all the famous people that you know and like. If you could kiss them, okay, just one person, just choose one. Who would it be? I think I will choose. I think I'll choose my husband Wes, who is not famous, but still, I think he would be my choice. Okay. And if he's not available, then probably Ryan Gosling. Okay, moving on, moving on. Santa Claus. Okay, so please, guys, write down who you. Yeah, I want to see. Nobody's answering. Who would you choose? So please let us know if you could kiss a famous person under the mistletoe. Who would it be? Okay. Now let's talk about Santa Claus. If you guys know, my bonus question for you is, do you know where the name Santa Claus comes from? Do you know where the name Santa Claus comes from? Kids love him. He brings gifts. His narrative changed a lot. This mythical character. Oh, maybe it's not mythical. If you believe in Santa Claus, I'm sorry, it's not mythical. He brings gifts um to good children. He has a list that he checks twice, and he knows what everyone would like for Christmas. He lives in the North Pole. He makes toys, um, and he has a sleigh pulled by reindeer. He arrives on Christmas Eve, which is the 24th of December at night, and delivers all of these gifts. There we go. I think I've covered it. But my question to you guys was, if you know where the name Santa Claus comes from. Let's see. It's the name of Saint Nicholas. Yes, that's exactly right. You are correct. It is Saint Nicholas, and he also goes by he different derivations like Saint Nick or Father Christmas. I think in like Dutch it was Sinterklaas or something. So it was a combination of these different figures in Christian history. So it is a bunch of very important historical figures that kind of got put together, or some of them were made up, and it became one, and he is now Santa Claus. But yes, good answer. Okay. Okay. Now, before I tell you about eggnog, I want to know if you have a special holiday drink in your country. So, for whatever holiday that you love, that you like to celebrate with your family, with your friends, do you have a special drink? And if yes, please write it down because it is so much fun to read about it. Oh yes, Baba Noel. Yes, and that reminds me of the French, which is Papa Noel. So there's so many different and of course that translates to Father Christmas. So there's so many different names that I think Santa goes by, and it's so funny um to to look at all of them. Um Okay, so if you guys have a special drink for the holidays, for your favorite holiday in your country, please write it down. I'm very curious to know. I wrote here about eggnog. There are other special drinks like mulled wine, which is warm wine with spices, um, depending what country you're from. But eggnog is a very it's I think you find it a lot in Canada and the United States. It's this drink made with milk and cream and sugar and eggs, and then at the end, not always, but most of the time, they add like brandy or rum or bourbon, some kind of alcohol, and you drink it. I think it's drank like hot and cold, yeah. But when it's really cold outside, you drink it warm, and when it's um, I don't know, when it's not, like when I was living in LA, everyone was drinking cold eggnog. So I wanted to see if you guys have a special drink or if you've ever tried eggnog. Okay, if you've ever tried it, and if you have, if you like it or not. I haven't tried it for the longest time, and I didn't know how to feel about it. A lot of people are split because it's very rich. So some people think it's a little too rich. When I tried it, I loved it. I love it so much. I love eggnog, but I'm curious if you like it, if you've ever tried it. Red wine, very nice. So we have tea, Irish cream. Yeah, so we have there are a lot of different special drinks for different holidays, and eggnog is a one that I don't think people drink outside of the Christmas holiday or maybe New Year's in Canada or the US. Now they put it in lattes, like, they have gingerbread lattes, they definitely have eggnog lattes, or they make desserts of different kinds. Okay, so my next question, because I'm about to talk about gifts, okay? My next question to you guys is, what kind of gift do you like to receive? Now, I mentioned to you guys that I love giving gifts, which is very true. But I also like to receive gifts. So if you're like me, let us know, what kind of gifts would you like to receive? And if you are wondering why on earth am I putting socks up on the screen and how is this related to gifts, well, let me tell you, this is a stocking. It's not a sock or a glove or anything like that. It's called a stocking. And it's an empty sock, like a big sock, maybe like this. And it's hung by the fireplace. And it is filled with little gifts. And I read a few legends about it, on how this became a Christmas tradition. But basically, it has something to do with some balls of gold and poor little girls or something. There is no set story. There's a few different ones circulating, but the idea is that if you were a good boy or girl, or an adult, of course, if you were a good person, you get some little gifts in your stocking. And if you are not good, if you didn't behave, you will get a lump of coal. Okay? So nobody ever wants to get a lump of coal in their stocking. And it actually doesn't really happen. I don't think parents ever really put coals in their kids' stocking. I think it's regarded as a little bit cruel, so nobody really does it. So most people put little gifts in the stockings. So let's see if you guys answered. Where are you hanging stockings on? It's by the fireplace. It's a very good place to put the stockings. So let's see. I'm kind of going through your answers right now to see what kind of gift you like to receive. Let's see. Money. Money is a great gift. You can use it to buy anything you want. So very good. iPhone 10. Yeah, that's a very good one. It's pricey, but it's very nice. Yes. Chocolates. Yes, chocolates are never a bad idea. You could always get um chocolates. Yeah, candy chocolates. Perfect. Lady Godiva. Yes. So a lot of really, really good gift ideas, you guys. Wes, I know you're watching, so you could take some notes. So just again repeating, so chocolate is the main one. And yeah, okay, I've dropped enough hints. Okay, stocking stuffers. This is an expression. It's an idiom. Oh, well, it's not an idiom, but it's an expression. And stocking stuffers are gifts that you put in the stockings. But you don't just refer to them. You don't have to put a stocking stuffer in a stocking. It's just a small gift. So, for example, small toys, you can put in a stocking. Chocolate, little candies, things like that. You can always put them in a stocking. So we can say that small toys, for example, make great stocking stuffers for your kids or for your nieces and nephews and things like that. So please, if you Bitcoins, yeah. If you guys are writing, if you guys are watching, thank you for watching, and please let us know what kind of gifts do you like to receive. This is a lot of fun because it gives me ideas for the gifts this year, and also I think it gives everyone else ideas like English books. Yes, Mentos, that's right. English books are great gifts, okay? So, yes, please share the PS4. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know about, but yeah, those are great ideas for gifts. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Now, an ornament is a decoration. It's these little things that we hang and that we put up in the tree. Those are decoration. Those are ornaments. They're usually made from glass or wood or metal or ceramics. Many times they're very nicely decorated, very ornamental. We call them ornaments. So this is what we call them. They're easily breakable, but they're very pretty, and I forget their history, but this is again they're used for the tree mostly. Traveling to USA, yeah, that's a good Christmas gift. Nice, you guys have great ideas for gifts. I love it. Traveling, chocolates, diamonds. There we go. Yes, diamonds do fit well in stockings. Great ideas. PS4, English books. We should all go shopping together. This is great. We could all use Bitcoins or the money that we receive. Okay. So my next topic is Christmas bells, and of course you all know what bells are, but if you've ever, I mean, of course, a very famous song is Jingle Bells, and there's other songs about Christmas that involve bells. And if you're ever wondering, like, why are Christmas and bells associated, it's because the whole concept was associated with the church bells. So whenever you had Christmas service on the day of Christmas and the Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas, the bells would have would ring a special sound, and they were just different. And also, I think during Victorian times, they were used to play carols. They became very fashionable as an instrument. So now we see them on wreaths, we see them as ornaments, we see them kind of everywhere. There will be Christmas bells. So they are tied together. But the reason I'm telling you about Christmas bells is because I want to tell you about this very nice expression. It's called "with bells on," and it just means very enthusiastically. So usually it's an answer. So if somebody makes you an invitation to go somewhere, you will say that you're going somewhere with bells on. Like, you will very happily go, that you're very excited about this opportunity and you cannot wait to go. Okay, so my example here is if it's a child asks, "Mom, will you come to my Christmas play at school?" And the mom says, "Of course, I will be there with bells on." So anything that you're very excited to say, to go to, you can say "with bells on." So I'll be there with bells on. And that's a good sentence to remember. If somebody invites you to their party, or if somebody asks you to go under the mistletoe with them, you can say, Yes, I'll be there with bells on to show that you're very excited. Very good. Christmas bells. Yes, they're beautiful. Thank you. Exactly. Um, so that is the bells. Okay, let's see. Okay, my next question for you guys. Thank you so much for answering all of these. It's great that you guys are giving me all of these ideas for gifts. They're amazing. Um, oh, somebody was asking about bells and whistles. Yeah, so bells and whistles means with everything. So it means like a very decked out, very ornate, or just very put together, or just very um, great, or very big, or something that's definitely not simple, or um, I don't know, modest. If something has all the bells and whistles, like a car, it has the newest technology, it has everything you want a car to do, and maybe some things you didn't think a car could do, like, oh gosh, I haven't had a car in a while, but like warming seats up, and I don't know, surround sound, and all of that. So it's just something that is not simple, that is just very extravagant, maybe a little bit. Those are bells and whistles. Okay, my next question for you guys is what activities do you like to do with groups of people? Okay, so for example, with your family and friends, what are some activities that you like to do with your family? What are some things you like to do with your friends? Do you like to go to the movies? Do you like to um, some activity play games like board games? Those are just different things that we do with our families or friends. So what activities do you like to do with groups of people? um, Sumika, the expression with bells on is not only suitable for Christmas. You can use it at any time, um, and you can say, I'll be there with bells on, and people will understand that you are just excited to be there. Okay. So the reason I was telling you so about about the activities you like to do with people is because we're going to talk about the more the merrier in a second. But what does merry mean? Merry means cheerful. Now, if you could use bells on any time of the year, this one I guess you can use any time of the year, but you really just use it, or you really just hear it around Christmas. It just means cheerful, happy, but I just don't see people say I feel merry. Like it doesn't really, it's not really used outside of the Christmas context, not too much. So, and of course we can say Merry Christmas, and it means Happy Christmas. It's just cheerful, and that is the meaning of this word. But you have to be careful because it's usually just used around Christmas. Now, the expression the more the merrier means the more people you have, the better time you will have. So that's what that means. Let's see. What do you guys do with your families and friends? Visiting grandfather, their homes. Yeah, very good. Talking to my friends for a long time. Yes, it's really nice to just, very good to shoot the breeze with family, just hang out, watching TV, talking. So in that case, maybe you can say the more the merrier. The more family members you have over, the merrier um, time you will have, right? So it will be great. Um, and many times you will just give this answer. Like somebody asks, "Can I invite my friend to dinner?" You will just say, "Sure, the more the merrier." It's an expression that you can use any time of the year. And like of any party, any event, any kind of invitation, you could always say the more the merrier. It doesn't have to be only used around Christmas time. Let's see. Thank you guys again for joining. We are talking about things that we are doing, things that we like to do, activities with our family or friends, with groups of people. Okay. Now, if you read A Christmas Carol, you might know about Ebenezer Scrooge. If you don't know about him, you might have heard the expression, don't be a Scrooge. It's not something that we want to be. Scrooge, he was a selfish person. He hated spending any kind of money. So a Scrooge, because now we use it as a Scrooge, is just a person who just hates giving, spending. They just hate um, being nice to people. So, but it mainly has to do with spending money or giving money, okay? So if somebody's telling you to not be a Scrooge, they mean don't like try to save all your money and not give them away and those kinds of things. So I wanted to ask you, what is the opposite of being a Scrooge? If being Scrooge is selfish and somebody who doesn't like spending money and they just like holding all of their money and maybe counting it, see how I'm doing like creepily. um, if this is what being a Scrooge is, then what is the opposite of a Scrooge? So what? Let's talk about synonym. Yeah, spendthrift. Yeah, maybe. So what is the opposite of a Scrooge? Somebody maybe who is very giving or who likes to give and likes to help and yeah, very good, extravagant, sure. What is the opposite of a Scrooge? So that is my question, first question, and second is, are you a Scrooge? um, okay. Again, around the holidays we hear, don't be a Scrooge this holiday season, please don't be a Scrooge. Get presents for your family, donate. There's so many charities. We hear this advice a lot. Yes, you are right. Generous, kind. Um, those are very, very good opposites of being a Scrooge. Very good. Okay. Now, something you may have heard is the holiday blues or the post holiday blues. And this is a good idiom to know in English. When we talk about getting the blues, we're talking about being sad. Um, so, why would somebody feel sad around the holidays? What do you guys think? Why would somebody feel sad about the holidays? I just talked about you go outside, there's lights everywhere, there's music in the stores, um, there are ornaments, everyone's giving gifts. So, why would somebody be sad? Why do you guys think somebody could be sad this time of the year? Because it is a thing, the holiday blues. Um, so, if while you guys are typing that, I'm going to tell you about what to beat the holiday blues is, and it just means to try to find a way around being sad. So find ways to not be sad. And so let's see. Okay. Sickness, yes, that's a very good reason. Many people get sick this time of the year. Yes, exactly. Another reason that I found, it seems like a lot of people maybe, oh gosh, the weather has a lot to do with it. I was just talking to my husband earlier today. Like sometimes it seems like it's always cloudy, so it can mess with your mood. The time change, a lot of maybe an increased alcohol consumption, eating too much, eating things that are not very good for you, like cookies or a lot of sugar. Lack of sleep because we go to maybe more events and parties and meet up with family, and there's a lot of stuff to do. No exercise because of time or because of the weather. Stress. Uh, who do I buy this for? And what do I get my grandmother? And what do I get my mother? And what if they're hated? And oh my God, I have to fly and I have to catch my flight. So it can be very, very stressful. So a lot of people sometimes get very sad. So I wanted to see if you guys know other reasons why somebody may be sad. Right, they're living exactly very good reasons. If you live away from your loved ones, it's a wonderful it's a really sad situation, but it's a great reason why somebody would get the holiday blues, or they miss their loved ones, or they're homesick. Very very good points. You guys are giving wonderful answers. Thank you so much. Um, so that's let's see. Now I'm talking about another expression. This is one of my favorites because it's so cute. Good things come in small packages. Good things come in small packages. And it just means that something doesn't need to be big in order to be good. This reminds me of another English expression which says, don't judge a book by its cover. And again, these expressions always mean don't just look at the surface level, but something can be good even if it's small. And of course, it's related to gift giving, so I love including it here. Um, for example, I have a little conversation here between a child and his grandma, and the child says, "Oh, I hate being so short." And the grandma says, "You shouldn't. Good things come in small packages." So it's a really good expression that I think you should know and you could always use when it comes to anything really. It doesn't just have to do with Christmas or gifts or things like that. It can be with personality, it can be with achievements, it can be with anything that emphasizes quality over quantity. Okay, so that is the main idea of this one. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm just going to review very, very quickly because we're nearing the end. I'm going to review some of the expressions that we talked about today. We talked about Christmas, and we talked about the holidays, and we shared what are some of our favorite holidays. So thank you for that. We talked about the white Christmas and if we prefer snow or not. We talked about a wreath and what it is, and we only see this around Christmas time. We talked about how we feel and what is holiday spirit. Then we talked about who we'd like to kiss under the mistletoe and the difference between holly and mistletoe. There are two decorative plants that we see around these holidays, and they're different. And we want to kiss someone under the mistletoe. So if you guys want to add, there we go. You would kiss Jimmy Fallon. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So my question was, yes, if you would like, if you could kiss any famous person under the mistletoe, who would you choose? Who would you kiss? Okay, it's a good question. I'm very curious. And okay, so there's Santa Claus. Sure, if you wanted to kiss Santa, you can. But we talked about him and where he lives, and that he was Father Christmas, and his name is a combination of so many different figures. We talked about the drinks we like to drink, like tea. In this case, it's eggnog, and it's a very creamy, rich drink with many times with rum or brandy or bourbon added to it. About our favorite gifts and what we like to receive in our stockings, and our stocking stuffers that are tiny, tiny gifts. Ornaments that we put in our tree, Christmas bells, and to be somewhere with bells on, which is you're very happy to be there. We talked about Mary, and when you have a lot of people over and you like a lot of people, you say the more the merrier. And again, this is not just a Christmas expression. You can say this at any time. And the advice is to not be a Scrooge although some people are Scrooges. Um, but during the holiday season, the advice is always not to be a Scrooge. We talked about beating the holiday blues. So to beat the holiday blues is to find ways to not um, be sad during the holidays. So let's see. And then we talked about how good things come in small packages, which means that you can have something good that is very, very small. It doesn't have to be big. Okay, so I found this picture of a squirrel wearing like a Christmassy hat and um, a little scarf and holding a gift, and I just thought it was too cute not to share it with you guys. So that's the only reason for this picture. I just love it. I think it's so cute. And of course, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you so much for learning with us. I hope that you get all the gifts that you'd like to get. If you don't, it's okay. Remember that the best gift that we can get is the love from our family and friends and the loved ones. So, at least that's what I believe, although I still want the gifts. But anyway, we're moving on. So, thank you guys. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thank you for watching our video. If you thought it was fun or interesting, or if you love Christmas, please please share this lesson, write questions in the comments. Even if I haven't seen them, we'll answer them later. And join our social media classes. We have a lot of fun putting questions together for you guys. So please join. Thank you so, so much again, and I hope you have wonderful holidays and have a good weekend and a good Saturday. Thank you so much for joining us.